Welcome back to the best fashion channel on YouTube, and I'm your host for today, Kim Sillis, and let's get right into it. And listen, today we're doing a deep dive about Stone Island, one of the most underrated brands in my opinion. The history, the chaos, the football culture, all of the tech, everything. So let's get into it. Because this is one of the only brands that's banned in pubs and in most public areas. And that's not because the clothes were bad, that was because the people that wore them did mad things. Picture a pub in Manchester in the early 2000s, sticky floor, it stinks of beer and smelly carpets. A group of lads walk past with a jacket with this badge on, you knew that was trouble. Instantly the whole room shifts, everybody knows what they mean. Back then it wasn't a jacket, it was more like a warning sign, trouble will start soon. That is the energy Stone Island used to carry, not TikTok hype, not clout, aggressive violence by the football hooligans. The accidental birth. Let's rewind. Stone Island did not start as a luxury brand, a luxury streetwear brand. It wasn't even supposed to be a brand in the first place. It started as a failed science experiment. Picture this, 1982, Italy, Massimo Osti, a design genius, but also a full-on fabric extremist. He finds this bizarre material by the name of Tela Stella. It's literally a rubberized truck tarp. Yep, you heard me right, a literal truck tarp. This man picked the material up and went, yeah, a jacket out of this would be kind of crazy, you know? So he started experimenting. Everybody thought he'd lost the plot, and to be honest, I do not blame them. The fabric was so stiff, it was extremely rough, and it was so hard to work with. Some said impossible. But Osti didn't care, he loved weird materials. So he experiments with it, he cuts it, he washes it, he dyes it. It slowly transforms from this tarp to an actual jacket that is quite heavy, very well structured, and most importantly, unique. Most brands start with a look, a collection, but Osti, no, he did the complete opposite. He started off with a science lab project. The science lab that pretends to be a brand. People don't realize this, but Stone Island is literally a science lab project that just sells clothes. Whilst other brands are arguing about logos and silhouettes, Stone Island is doing anything they can to test their materials. Burning them, freezing them, chemically coating them, garment dyeing them, stress testing them like military gear. They're very different. You see, they dyed jackets that are already put together, already sewn on. And most brands never would do this because it literally loses all of its structure and shape. But they've tried it and done it. Sorry for interrupting this amazing video, which I know you're enjoying, but 97% of you are not subscribed to this channel. So if you like this content, what are you doing, man? Like and subscribe. I'll give you 5 seconds to do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Thank you. And now you can enjoy this amazing video. Now they use some pretty funky materials, safe to say. They've used Kevlar stainless steel woven into fabrics, glass micro beads for reflective pieces, heat sensitive pigments, nylon metals, and experimental meshes that look like alien tech. It isn't designs, it's borderline mad scientist. And I love it. Their archive has over 40,000 pieces of experiments. Not finished products, literal tests, burnt swatches, failed color trials, chemical reactions. They document everything like a forensic science lab. Stone Island is far from normal, and that's the reason to why it blew up. And then you've got the football hooligan takeover. This is where the brand got its aggressive reputation from. During the 90s and the early 2000s, football culture became massive, it exploded. And Stone Island became the uniform of everyone who went to football games. Not because of the hype, because of the utility and the quality. Because it's heavy, it's weatherproof, it's durable, and it's warm. Perfect for long days traveling or watching your favorite football team play in the cold. And let's be real, perfect for fighting. This compass badge became a silent symbol. If you saw a group of lads walking past with a Stone Island badge, you would make sure you don't say anything about football, just in case they support the opposite team, because then you're cooked. And then of course the media picked it up, newspapers ran headlines, and then clubs and social places started profiling people just based on the badge. Stone Island, without trying, have became connected to this violence, to the culture of intimidation. And then you've got the ban. Pubs, clubs, and a lot of social places literally have signs saying you cannot wear Stone Island in there. Signs, rules, door policies, even the bouncers would not let you in if they saw you wearing the badge. Same way certain pubs don't allow you to wear football teams. If it's like in Manchester and you're wearing a Manchester City and a United shirt, that could cause trouble, so they just try and avoid it. Except this is different. It isn't a football team, it's not associated to any football teams. It's literally just a badge of a brand. It was not tied to football, it was tied to trouble. Ironically, this made the brand even more desirable because people wanted what was banned. Because nothing sells harder than what you're not allowed to wear. And then you've got the plot twist, high fashion wants it. Here's the twist, while the UK were figuring out ways to ban it in pubs, Italy finally recognised Stone Island as a solid brand. Fashion magazines started covering Osti's insane fabric techniques, designers started praising innovation, and collectors started collecting archive pieces. Slowly though, Stone Island was moving from this footballer hooligan reputation to an elite techwear brand. And they didn't change anything, they didn't do a rebrand, they didn't run away from the stigma, they just kept on innovating, and eventually the world caught up. And then you've got the celebrity endorsements. Drake wore the ice jacket and it suddenly resold for thousands. A$AP Rocky put it in a music video and everyone in America wanted it. Travis Scott wore it often and the resale went even crazier. Skepta and Dave brought it back to the UK, creating a new culture. Suddenly, the badge was no longer hooligan coded. It became luxury streetwear. It's tech, it's culture. TikTok makes it a personality trait. Then TikTok happens, because of course it does, why wouldn't it? Now that the patch was no longer seen as danger, it became, ooh, he knows fashion. Every outfit video, Stone Island. Every closet tour, Stone Island. Every teenager trying to look older, Stone Island. Color changing jackets went viral. UV thermal knits went viral. And these left arm selfies were everywhere. It stopped being clothing, it became more of a flex. The tech showcase. This is the part that people love, the tech. Stone Island did not go popular because of the influencers or because of the marketing. They blew up because the products were ridiculous. Heat reactive jackets, which the internet love. Ice jackets that change color in the cold. Reflective pieces that use embedded glass particles. Nylon metal that looks different under every single light source. Garment dyeing so complex no brand can replicate it. Metallic fabrics which literally have stainless steel woven into the clothes. No mainstream brand pushes out this much experimentation. You can hate it, you can clown it, but you cannot deny the innovation. Now, the most important part, what does the badge actually mean? Now, before we wrap this up, we need to talk about something important to the brand, the badge. The compass patch is not random. You will not believe this. It was not designed to be shown off on Instagram to be flexed like this. Get the badge in, lad. Massimo Osti created it as a symbol of navigation, precision, and military discipline. A nod to exploration and technical clothing made for a purpose. And here's the part that most people do not know. The compass logo looks very similar to the NATO logo. Just have a look at this. Wow, it's very similar, isn't it? Not because he copied it, because Osti was so obsessed with military symbols and the idea of clothing being equipment and not just decoration. And the placement always on the left arm. It's in the exact same place as where you'd find rank badges, unit badges, and etc. It gives Stone Island a uniform-like identity, almost like you're part of a group or a tribe. That's why the badge became a signal, and probably why hooligans used it as a warning. It's not just branding, it's a symbol with weight. Does the brand still matter? This is the question I hear most. Has Stone Island become overrated? Has the badge become cringe? Is it overworn? Is the hype too mainstream? Maybe it is. But here's the truth. Stone Island survived everything. Subculture violence, bad media, being banned from pubs, being misunderstood, and being mocked. Being overhyped, being underrated, fashion cycles, streetwear cycles, and TikTok cycles. And through every era, they've never changed who they were. They just keep innovating. Whilst other brands are chasing the trends, Stone Island is chasing the experiment. So I think it'll always remain important to the culture. That's why it still matters and it still will. So let me know your thoughts on Stone Island, because for me it's one of the coolest brands and I feel like it's not talked about enough.